Guys, good morning everybody. Quick update. I got my front runners installed this morning on my cheapo, these are Summit 5-star rims. But so these are 26 by 4.5 by 15s, and we are replacing, these are like the VW type tires. These are the Nanking 165/80 15s. Actually, yeah, you can see they're pretty worn. But nonetheless, these are about 25 inches high, so they're a little shorter. And then the weight difference, these are 15 pounds, and then the Hoosier, the 26s, are an inch taller, they are 11 pounds. So about a 4 pound savings. So not a lot, but again, if the Hoosiers were the 25 inch, maybe you'd save a little more weight. I don't know, but I just ordered 26s for the front because that's what I had on the back. I didn't know these were 25s, or I might have just went ahead and got 25s. But nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and do I'm going to swap caster camber plates. I was going to try to repair these. Well, I guess there's a reason why these are only like 50 bucks a pair. I mean, look at, I know I could put big washers on there, which I had done, but the problem is when you put, and even the washers are getting all bent up, but when you put the washers on here, then it obviously, you're going to be hitting, it's going to inhibit travel with this part. So I'm going to go ahead and order a stainless steel pair and get rid of these cheapo aluminum ones. As you can see, I've fixed them once where they crushed, but as you can see, I mean, that's obviously, if this continues to happen where this stuff is just embedding into the spacers, that's why these are cheap. But you can see where I went in there and fixed them once where they crushed. I was going to do that again, but I've decided, because I was searching through to find some more big washers to use, which I had, but it's going to inhibit travel, where this thing can move. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just order a stainless steel pair while I got it apart. I already went ahead and fixed up one of them, and I was going to paint them gray like the engine block, but I may go ahead and just fix this one up and do it since I'm halfway in it. But you can see where this is, how this crushes down. I mean, there's no way you're going to be able to slide these around and get a proper, even a homemade garage type alignment when you've got these kind of issues to deal with these aluminum plates. So it's kind of where I'm at with that. I'm going to run online, order up some caster camber plates. If you guys have a suggestion of a nice pair, I mean, I know you can always do Maximum Motorsports or Stilo or something, but I think I saw UPR had I want to get the stainless steel ones where they're not going to, I don't want aluminum ones. I'm not ordering aluminum ones again. So anyway, then I'm going to do my own little garage alignment, which I started on here for setting the caster and the camber and all that kind of stuff. And then I realized that these camber plates were kind of collapsed. So I took them apart to see if I could add some washers in there to space them out or what have you. But it's a losing battle, and I'd rather just invest with, get the nice ones, and I won't have to buy them again. So that's the update. Got these installed again. Used the Harbor Freight little tire machine. I got it. I'll show you. I got it mounted on the concrete pad out here. Sorry for the mess. My junky old boat. Yeah. So just got this thing mounted down out here, pretty much out of the way. Hardest part was getting those concrete anchors in, but they're holding. I don't have them in that deep, just a couple inches. I didn't have a hammer drill. I had to use a regular drill with a concrete drill bit, and pretty much burned that thing up without the hammer action. But anyway, if you can pick one of these up cheap, man, it'll work. I mean, I got installed all my new set of slicks on those. So anyway, that's the update for today. We will probably be we'll be at the track September 8th, and then rest of the weekend we'll probably be enjoying the pool here. So, all right, guys, that's the update. Let me jump on and get some new caster camper plates, and we'll do our little garage. We'll do our little garage alignment and get these all set up. But nonetheless, I want to know what you guys run your front runners at. Again, these are 26 by 4.5s, and the only thing I found on the tire was for setting the bead to not exceed 40 pounds. So I have these at a 34 right now. I'm gonna let them sit overnight, but these aren't losing any pressure, so those are good. I haven't had any problems with the Hoosiers losing air, so I mean, more than sitting for a couple of months and maybe losing 2 pounds out of the slicks or something. And then the only other thing I did undo this because one of the headlight, the red wire for the low beam came out of the socket. I think those little sockets are worn out and won't stay in the pigtail, so I may have to order some new ones of those. But again, and that was just from the last time at the track when we ran at 9 o'clock at night. I noticed this one wasn't working, so of course I'll have to fix that, and maybe I'll just go on LMR. I think they might have those little headlight sockets, the 3-prong ones, so I'll order one of those and fix that while I got it apart. And yeah, here's the black hose clamps. They're okay. I mean, they're cheap, obviously. You see, they're not gonna, but it kind of cleans it up a little bit. I do need to get one more or paint this one, not sure. And then I think on this hose clamp, I'm not sure if I'm going to trim. I might go ahead and trim this out. I'm not sure because it's double thick right there, so I may just leave it as is. But anyway, it's car ran good. We'll have it back together for the 8th, and we'll be up to the track and hopefully get that 10-second time slip and go from there. I'm happy with the way the engine's running. It's got power. Happy with the way the car is shifting with the clutch adjustment. And I just did get an email from, well, I emailed McLeod to see the status of my RMA, the return to manufacturer on the RXT, and they said they received it, and it should have shipped out like yesterday. So we should have that soon. But again, I'm not in a huge rush to get that switched out, because when I do that, I may go ahead and get the QuickTime bell housing and then maybe do it over the winter so I can get the proper break-in cycle. So now that I've got this ProMotion clutch is working good as far as engagement and being able to launch correctly. Now we'll have the front runners, and I may go up. I went from 6 to 8 clicks on the shocks in the back, so that seemed to help. It still seemed like it got a little loose. So Alex LTD that runs these tires, but he runs in a 9-inch, not a 10-inch. He said his car ran best with these up to 16 pounds. I had mine at like 12. So I went ahead and bumped these up to 16 pounds, and we'll try those there. And if we can come down, some folks like 14, and then Dallas at Hot Rodders. Anyway, he's got that Ford. He's got a Thunderbird drag car with a Cleavor engine, and he's got the 28 versions of this that he does. He says the 28s run good at 12 psi. These are 26s, so maybe 14 psi, but I'm gonna try 16. We can go down to 14. Obviously we can go all the way back down to 12, but you know, these sidewalls on slicks are kind of thin, so the car definitely felt like it was fishtailing a little bit. And I just, I don't want to put it in the wall or what have you until I get this thing figured out. So I may go up one more click on the rear shocks to tighten them up to go up to number 9, from loose to stiff, 9 out of 10. But I went from 6 to 8. I lowered that bar angle, and it helped. I mean, it was one of my faster 60 foots, 154. So I think we're headed in the right direction there. Bring the launch RPM up, and I did realize watching the videos, I had the shift light. I backed the shift light down to 6,700 RPM, so I'll bump that back up to 7,000. Maybe go, maybe do the shocks one click tighter if I have to. Again, they're on 8 out of 10. They're pretty They're pretty firm, so they should be setting the tire down and staying there. It's kind of what I want. I don't want it to be too loose, so the car can basketball. But that's what I think what was happening before. I mean, not 6 is not real loose, but I think I had that bar angle so high that when the car launched, it really jammed the tires down, and then on the gear change, the suspension would unload. So if I start spinning, I may have to look at bar angles again, but so far it hasn't been spinning, and we'll just, these shocks, I got a little more adjustment with these shocks, so we should be okay there. Anyway, guys, that's the update. I'll get back at you when we get caster camber plates and do our little home front end alignment. Obviously, we're going to try to get the proper camber when the car is going down the track. The front end will be up a couple inches, so we'll try to set that correctly. And the caster we kind of want back pretty far, so I'll put that pretty far back, and then toe in. We'll do that when we get the tires on and get it on the ground. It's not too far off, but we can maybe get it a little better. Anyway, it's just might as well see if we can get it dialed in a little bit better since we're putting new tires on the front. So that's the update for this weekend, guys. Thanks for checking out my video. Thanks all the guys that watch, and all the guys that subscribe and comment. I do appreciate it. And again, one thing, if you watch my videos and I'm not subscribed to your channel, please leave a comment. I try to subscribe. Everybody that watches my videos and subscribes to my channel, I want to subscribe to yours. I think that's only fair that we try to help each other out a little bit. And just let me know. Post in the comments if I'm not subscribed to your channel. All right, thank you. Have a good weekend.